Welcome again, my dear students. Today we shall do the factors affecting price elasticity of demand. There are various factors that affect price elasticity of demand. First of all, we are doing availability of substitutes. Now, it depends on the substitutes that are available in the market that the demand will be inelastic or elastic. As first, it is more and close substitute. If there are more and close substitute, then the demand will be elastic. And if there are few and weak substitute, then the demand will be inelastic. More and close substitute, example we can give of tea and coffee. If the price of coffee falls in the comparison of tea, the demand will be done by the consumers will be more and more of coffee in the comparison of tea because the price of coffee has decreased. But in the case of few and weak substitute, demand will be inelastic. In the case of milk, salt and sugar, it can be observed. The substitute of all these goods are also available, but not good substitutes. That's why we have to purchase all these things if the price rise goes up or down, but we have to purchase this milk, salt and sugar, and there are no good substitutes. That's why price elasticity will be inelastic. Then we come on the second point. This is nature of the commodity. Nature, it depends on the commodity that which type of good. This is necessities or luxurious or comforts. If necessities, then the demand will be inelastic. In the case of food items, we can observe this. In the case of food items, whatever the price, the consumer has to purchase because these are very essential for existence and the demand for food items can't be postponed. Then the second is luxurious and comforts. If the luxurious and comfortable goods, then the demand will be elastic, because the demand of these products can be postponed and not essential for existence. Comforts and luxurious are not essential for existence. That's why the demand will be elastic. Then we come on the third. This is proportion of the income is spent. A smaller proportion of income is spent by consumer, then the demand will be inelastic. Example, salt, matchbox, soap, whatever the price, the demand will be inelastic, because if the price goes up, then there is not much difference in the income of the consumer on his budget. That's why it will be inelastic. Larger proportion of the income is spent than by consumer, then the demand will be elastic. Example, clothes, furniture. If the price changes, there is fall or rise, then the demand will be very much affected. That's why the demand will be, price elasticity will be elastic. Okay, we come on the fourth. This is the number of uses of a commodity. Number of uses. Greater the number of uses of a commodity, the price elasticity will also be greater. Price is high, very important use will be done by consumer. In the case of electricity, we can see if the price is very high of electricity, only the most important use will be done by the consumer. And if price falls, then we shall use in various ways as heating, cooking, in so many ways. Then electricity is the best example to explain the number of uses of a commodity. Then the next is time factor. Time factor, as all of you know, long run, short run. In the long run, the demand will be elastic, because in the long run, the substitutes are also available. In the long run, the substitutes are also available, but in the short run, this is the circumstances of consumer that he has to purchase and no substitutes available. That's why inelastic. And then postponement of consumption. If postponement can be done, it depends on the consumer's need. If postponement can be done as luxurious and comfortable goods, then the demand will be elastic. But in the case of necessity items, example food, it can be postponed, then it will be inelastic. This is the sixth heading, postponement of consumption. Then the seventh heading is habits. Habits. As all of you know that some goods the consumer is habitual. Example we can give of smoking. If a smoker is habitual of cigarettes, then whatever the price, if price goes up, there will be not much effect. It means he will take it. He will take it because he is a habitual of the commodity. He is a habitual of cigarettes. He will take if the price goes up also. It means inelastic. The demand, the price elasticity will be inelastic. And if not the habitual goods, then the demand will be elastic. I think all these points are clear. All of you understood? Right? Now we shall do the importance of elasticity of demand. Elasticity of demand is important in various ways. As the first, we are doing business decisions. Business decisions. It means a firm, a businessman can take decision that he has to raise the price or not. Raising price will be beneficial only if the demand for the product is inelastic. Example, we can give essential goods as food items. Then it will be beneficial. Otherwise, if luxurious or comfortable goods, then raising price, it is not beneficial because then the consumer will postpone the demand. Then on the base of it, on the base of elasticity of demand, he can take the decision that I have to increase the price or not. As already I have told you, raising price will be beneficial only if the demand done by the consumer is inelastic. If elastic, then there is no benefit. Then raising price will be advisable also if elasticity of demand for its substitute is low, because otherwise consumer will shift to the consumption of these substitute to the firm raises the price of its product. Then the next heading, importance to monopolist. Monopolist, first of all I will tell you the meaning of monopolist. Monopolist is a person who is a single seller in the market. And due to single seller in the market, he takes the benefit of price discrimination. He uses the policy of price discrimination. It means different prices he imposed on the consumers. In the elasticity of demand, in the importance, we are doing second heading, importance to monopolist. So how it is important? Because monopolist can take the decision that I have to take high prices or low prices to the consumer. If the demand for a consumer is inelastic, then he will impose high prices on the consumer. If the demand done by consumer is elastic for him, then he will impose less prices or low prices to the consumer. This is the second heading. In the same way, third heading, determination of factor prices. Factor prices, it means we shall take the terms wages, as the labor will work for wages. We know various factors are uses in the production: land, labor, capital, technology, enterprises, also labor. At this time we are taking the example labor, he works for wages. Then wages, it means if the wages is increasing, then what will be the effect of this? The producer who is using the factors labor, then he will use less labor and he will increase the wages of the laborers. In this way, there will be creation of unemployment also, because on the increasing, on the higher wages, he cannot give work to all the workers who are doing work. Then fourth, importance in formulation of government policies. Government policies, it means incidence of taxes. Government can impose high taxes on the goods which are very essential for the consumers, which are very habitual. A consumer is habitual of those products, then the government will impose high taxes. Otherwise, government will not impose high taxes on the goods which are not essential or not habitual. Then, importance in the international trade, in the export and import terms we shall see it, the importance of elasticity of demand. Then change in the rate of exchange. Rate of exchange refers to the rate at which unit of one country's currency is exchanged with the currency of other countries. So, importance of elasticity of demand we have done. After completing this, we shall do income elasticity of demand and cross elasticity of demand. But first of all, you have to understand all these points. I think all this is clear. So today, that's all. Thank you.